We've had a bid for one of our better players. A very, very large bid, considering. And that caused some problems. And welcome back to another episode of Rebuilding Bolton. If you're still enjoying the save, drop a like. That would be most fantastic. So, we lost the last game. It wasn't fantastic of a performance. Thankfully, stuff went our way elsewhere, and it meant that we actually only dropped to 14 points above third place, because I guess Sunderland must have dropped points too. Someone definitely dropped points, and that's the main thing. So the gap is still 14 points. Lincoln are not the team they were last season, it would seem. They're more of an outskirts team, probably not going to challenge the playoffs, being 11 points from it right now, so you'd expect us to win it. However, our performances have been a bit lax lately. In all honesty, since we lost to Manushkov, we've really just struggled to create chances. Against Stevenage, we were really good, but just couldn't take them because Richards, unfortunately, I think it was. So that's definitely, we've kind of fallen back into last year Bolton a little bit. The added bits of quality that we once had have fallen away at the moment, and we need to get that back. Fitness levels could be an issue for us right now, but Bashir Humphreys has signed for us, so there is at least that. Think of it this way, every time you concede a pointless late goal, you don't have to pay any clean sheet bonuses. This is true. I think I'm a secret genius. That's what I'm going with. Does the new board have different goals? No. At the moment, the board's goals are exactly the same. It, I think, just doesn't let them change those until the new season starts. So I do expect, though, that the style of football stuff may well change when the new board finally get a chance to set some goals. And I really hope that if these board truly are the benevolent lords that we love and cherish and hope to have a lovely relationship with, then they would change it to exactly the style of football that we play this summer. And I'll tell you what, right, if they did that, I think them and I would get along just fine. Other teams aren't playing today. I don't know exactly why, but you can see again there's some issues with this. So Fleming may have to drop out again. McCallum to left back. I don't like playing Aaron Williams there. And again, this comes back to the whole we lack squad depth at the moment sort of situation. Bashir Humphreys, I might not... Actually, let's just leave him on the bench for today, but we will assess that soon. Is Rodo Richards available? He is, and he's out. Sorry, I realise that my assistant does this all the time, and I don't want him to. Porteous is probably knackered, so it's not... Actually, I'm going to start Josh Brooking instead of Aaron Williams. I know that he's not super familiar here yet, but I have liked what I've seen from him when he's played there. He's very hit or miss, though. So that's probably going to be the lineup. McCallum and Brooking, though, I'm just not sure. With Booty and Flemmers both sidelined through, well, just knackeredness, I think we may struggle, but I hope we don't. I really hope this is just the part where we just kick on again. And to be fair, we are still managing a very large gap, but it could all start to evaporate if you just go on a really bad run. We do need to get another win here, particularly not as it would be our fourth home defeat of the season when we haven't lost a single away game yet. I wouldn't mind going the whole season unbeaten away from home if it was possible. That would certainly help. I wonder why. Maybe we should be more proactive in the home games, be more attacking minded. But then again, like, we didn't really show any of that once we switched to attacking in the last match either, to try and G things up against Doncaster. It just was truly an awful game, and the players must respond. Cornick sticking inside here to Woodward. Ooh, Archibald. It's getting very narrow, which actually doesn't bother me so much because we've got a lot of players in that role, and it's an easy one plucked out the air by Ziga. It feels like the creative arse has fallen out of our team in the last 2 or 3 matches. The creativity, except for Stevenage, since that game, really. There's just been very little in terms of creative quality as Richards. Oh, I thought he was going to get on the end of that. Even a cheeky little win with a lucky goal or something like the own goal against Milton Keynes. We just look a bit off the pace at the moment. And I'm hoping that it's not going to cost us too much. I'm hoping that the lead in the league that we've got is going to be enough to allow us to have a bad patch at some point and be able to come through it without too much problems. But, oh my God, how did they not score there? I think they had 2 shots and then hit the post with the third one. Very unlucky there, Lincoln City, although Rodell Rich... what was the little jump? But fair play. Seeing no life in the team at the moment. They are showing no creativity, no willingness to run. It was almost like we actually preferred the really quick fixtures, because since we've got back to a bit more of a sensible fixtures, we just seem to have lost our energy levels. Honestly, I'm just sorry you've had to witness this 2 games in a row. Did we just pick the 2 most dull games of the year? Or let's turn it into something now. Come on. It will all be worth it if we turn this into something special. We probably won't, but you never know. A cheeky, horrendous 1-0 victory might be all we need just to settle the nerves again. Booty's off the bench to try and create something. Can he flash this across goal? Oh, pulls it back for Jamie McCallum! Oh, the only chance we've had in the entire game. Just so many bodies on the line there for Lincoln City, but just having Regan Booty in the team just seemed to offer us a little bit more composure and creativity in the midfield almost instantly. Well, this is very much... Remember the first season at Bolton? Bolton 0, Lincoln City 0. Then again, we also had this in the playoffs against them. We did manage a shot on target right at the death of this match, but lordy lord, we got a bit better defensively. I think. But that was just awful. Carlo Ziga was man of the match, our goalkeeper. But that's now 2 games at home without scoring. That's really poor. We need to get our asses in gear right now because this is looking a bit like I still think we'll go up, but we can't play the rest of the season like this. Temenushkov cannot come back fast enough. Anyway, some games off camera, and we'll be back in a minute, hopefully, with some goals in there. Hopefully. Right then, guys, we're back. Before we get into the Burnley game, you can see what happened. It didn't go well. We've had a bid for one of our better players. A very, very large bid, considering. And that caused some problems. But unfortunately, we played a very rotated side in the 4th round against Burnley because we had to rest some players. Sinistera gave Burnley the lead after just 14 minutes here. We kind of held on for a little bit after that, but it was the second half, right at the very beginning, where it just kind of went from bad to really, really bad for us, unfortunately, as Ahmed Musa eventually ended up in behind. I had no idea he was at Burnley, but it was 2-0 to Burnley after that. And then things just kind of went worse from there. We were resting players out. We needed to make sure we had a fresh team for the league. Ball was playing behind. Chris Wood was in there. It was a very, very strong Burnley team as well. Basically a Premier League starting 11 in many places. And just a few minutes later, it was 4-0. Thankfully, we didn't concede too many goals after that point. Bit fortunate the way it deflects through 2 or 3 times and eventually ends up in Stefanovic's path. 4-0 Burnley, out of the FA Cup. But then it was much worse news, as we went away to Sunderland, who are on absolutely rampaging form. Yeah, great strike here. Goalkeeper could have done better, though. 13 minutes in, 1-0 Sunderland. But we kicked on and really did improve as the half went on. As the game went on. Smith doing a brilliant job here, slips it through, and it's a nice, easy finish for Daniel Kemp. 1-1, I thought, right, let's kick on and grab the win, or at least stay drawing. Unfortunately, it was not to be, as in the 70th minute, Sunderland were able to get back in front again. Bit of a mess in the corner here. I can't believe we didn't clear it. Eventually, the ball ends up in the box, and it's just a thunderous strike from Allen at the near post, 2-1. Ziga had a really poor day in this game, but then moments later, Regan Booty with an absolute banger of a free kick to make it 2-2, and I thought, let's just get out of here with a draw. Yeah, no, Sunderland had other ideas, unfortunately. Yet again, flying down this left-hand side, we didn't cross. There was so many players could have cleared that. Diamond in there, 3-2 Sunderland, and I think they've won about 7 in a row now, and are actually flying. They deserve the win, but frustrating. Luckily, that result seemed to act like a bit of a catalyst for us, and up stepped Guy Porteous, the man of the minute. Outside here, ball back across, Matthew Smith, lovely finish, goalkeeper doing nothing about that, 1-0. And then before half-time, we were able to grab ourselves another one. Regan Booty's ball in. There was Guy Porteous again. He's really hit the form again here. Then even before half-time was wrapped up, Booty got the ball out on the left-hand side yet again, this time wicking back for Sam McCallum, and it was 3-0 before half-time. 2 assists for Regan Booty. Then at the start of the second half, things did not get much better for Crew for them. Just really simple stuff here. Out for Porteous, ball in behind here. Daniel Kemp running onto it makes it 4-0, and this was much more like it. But we wouldn't be complete without another one. Booty's free kick. Porteous in there. 2 goals and 2 assists for Guy Porteous in this game. 3 assists on the night for Regan Booty. But naturally, it wouldn't be us without conceding ourselves a meaningless goal. Ziga just drops it into the path of Ladapo, and it was 5-1. But still, 5-1's a pretty damn good result on the night. I'd say we played pretty well. Hat-trick of assists for Regan Booty. Porteous was imperious in this game. Temenushkov started, but didn't play very well in that match. He's just starting to get his fitness back. We then hosted QPR, and this was just frustrating. There's no reason that Ziga shouldn't be catching the ball here. Instead, he just punches it for no reason, and Tom Carroll lashes at home for 1-0 QPR after 32 minutes. Eventually, Booty's ball in, and Bashir Humphreys was able to grab us an equaliser in this game, but it was a frustrating one to draw, because QPR basically did very little in this game except that, and we should have won. And then last up on the chopping block, we hosted struggling Burton Albion. Played pretty well on the night, just really struggled to find chances, but Kemp was able to put around the side, and there was Temenushkov, his first goal since returning from injury, 25th in the league this season. We really, really needed that, and I was very, very pleased that he was the one that got it, because getting him back on scoring form is going to be crucial to us making sure we win this league. As right now, things are very interesting towards the top. We're 9 points clear. The gap has dropped despite reasonably okay form because Sunderland have just been outrageous. They're now actually into 2nd spot. They've caught up the gap so dramatically in this period. I don't know what their record is. I want to just kind of have a look at that in a sec because they've pulled us back to within 9 points and they've snuck into 2nd ahead of Millwall, who for all intents and purposes it looked like it was going to be us and Millwall comfortably battling it out for the title, basically, and Sunderland have somehow got their noses in here and could well be about to upset the apple cart a little bit. Booty as well, 15 league assists this season for Regan Booty. This is ridiculous. I think player of the season is very much on the cards for him out of nowhere this year. So let's just check out Sunderland's record. So their last league defeat was against Wickham in November. And they have actually only won 4 league games in a row, but they are being very, very good and beating teams around us. They won away at Millwall. They beat us as well. These are big results for them. So I talked about a big bid. He's still here. Thankfully, we were able to convince him to stay, but Burnley bid £6 million on the last day of the window, and I was extremely concerned that we'd end up losing him. Luckily, the board didn't interfere, which is good, because that would have been a real issue for me. 6 million quid, though. That shows to me that we've got an excellent player on our hands here, and I want to make sure that we continue to develop him, make him into something special, because if he's worth 6 million now, he could be something really, really good, and I'm excited for that. I love getting bids like that, but I'm also hating it at the same time, because you always worry about losing them. Now, we have brought a player in, and this is him. This is Charlie Good. He's coming from Birmingham City. £65,000 he's cost us, and I think that was a bit of a steal for a player of this kind of quality. 6'5", not amazingly quick, but not like, you know, glacially slow either. Good marking. Well, his marking's okay. Heading and tackling is solid-ish. He's just a solid central defender that I think could come in and definitely bolster us in the key areas, quite frankly. And for £60,000, I didn't really, and it wasn't enormous money either. Let's shuffle things around. Critchlow Noble could probably do with the rest. I think, yeah, that might be for the best to have it like that, to be fair. Fleming at left back. Finally, he's back. Not performing brilliantly at the moment, but he's just getting his wheels turning again. And yeah, same with Temenushkov. He's not been great in the last few matches, but he did score in the last one. His form has slowly been trickling back up, so I want to see what he can come up with in that position. Porteous has a knock, though, so that's a shame. I'm going to go with Isgrove for today, but we've got Clough there as well. But Brooking will be on the bench, too, to switch things around should we need to. So bench will be Brookling. Wait, Critchlow Noble could start. Why would we not start him? That is ludicrous. He's low fatigue. My assistant is an idiot. What's new? Which I'm glad I didn't listen to him there. So Brooking, Humphreys, Sarcevic, Clough, Cundy, Williams, and Politic on the bench. It's a strong lineup. You'd hope we'll do well with this, but we'll have to see, quite frankly. Charlie Good, I think this might be his first start for us, perhaps. Oh, no, I think he played against Burton, too. Win here, though. We've won a lot of winnable games lately and struggled in the ones we would be more iffy in. This is, if we win here, it's like actually Bolton are back, so let's go win. Or at the very least, let's not lose. But it would be nice to actually come and put in a really strong performance. Like that Crew game, although Crew are a much worse side, it would be nice for us to just come and play a team off the park. We haven't done that for a little while. Earlier this season, it looked like we were literally going to run away with this division, and it's very much not happened in that vein of, you know, injuries come, you know, that sort of stuff. Doncaster beating Millwall, though. Good news for us, really, because at the end of the day, I want to win the league, but the most important thing is to go up. He's not convinced me this season. I think right-wing spot is an area we'll definitely need to look into in the summer, but hopefully we'll have the money to do so, as Doncaster now take a 2-goal lead against Millwall. Just do not lose here. Our away record is whoa! The away record's gone now because of the Sunderland defeat. The home record was in the bin. Back from McCallum. Nice bit of play, actually. And Isgrove could get the shot away, and it's a good stop by the goalkeeper. Isgrove on his weaker foot, probably, but still, good chance. Bramwell's bringing it away for Colchester here, and he's actually managed to run quite far with this. Just don't let him get in the box and make a simple tackle. Well done, Sam. Or not. Maybe he didn't get the ball there. It's hard to tell these days with the way referees give penalties and whatnot in this. Oh, come on. I mean, maybe it was a free kick. Perhaps I'm being too harsh there and a bit biased. I don't know. It looked like he won the ball a little bit that time. But then again, it's really hard to tell as it's 1-0 Colchester United. We just don't look to have that same energy that we had towards the start of the season. Like, Ziga nearly keeps that out, but nearly isn't good enough. We've just not been very good, have we? Again. The only games we looked okay against, but... looked okay against Burton. Is that in the net? The ball is in the net there. Fleming out wide. Fleming's been actually quite poor this season, in fairness to him. Can he get into the box? No. Now he does, and yes! Charlie Webster scores his 3rd goal of the season. Colchester United 1, Bolton 1. Somewhat against the run of play of things so far, but Fleming, just as I was criticising him out on that left-hand side, he just doesn't seem to be able to get to the byline the same way Regan Booty does a lot of the time. He takes it much shorter, but just gets a bit of a break here with the way the ball falls back to him. Pulls it back a bit deeper, and Webster's getting on the end of it. Keeper maybe could have done better, but it doesn't matter because he's found us an equaliser. That could be important. Play that ball a bit quicker and start making some passes. We just look a bit languid at times. Here we go. Fleming out of that side again. Is this the way through us today, potentially? Back across again. Kemp. Oh, back for Fleming. Oh, there's just no openings. McCallum! Good strike on goal at least. That's a bit more like it. As Rotherham equalise against Sunderland. Okay, that's good news. Poor first half. Lucky to be level. I still feel like we're going to end up losing this match, though. We just don't look anywhere near as creative as we have at other points this season. That's going to be a great finish from... Yep, there it is, Sam Smith. I don't know. We just kind of got off the boil at this point. I think we keep getting injuries, but not enough to the point where you'd expect it to affect us that bad. There was a section where it was quite effective, but Smith just peeled away so easily, and an excellent header over the goalkeeper for 2-1 Colchester. Making a couple of changes, have to sort something out here as Critchlow Noble's header is over the crossbar, but at least it was a chance. I mean, as things stand, amazingly, we wouldn't actually lose that much ground given that Millwall are losing and Sunderland are drawing. But, oh, hello, he's just gone too wide with it. That's it, keep spreading that play. Clough, can he whip it across? He has to pull this back for someone, and it's Webster again, and he's missed it. That was the chance. You got to hit the target, Charlie. I felt that might have been the chance there. That's his second opportunity of the game. He's got into some good positions a couple of times, but he has to hit the target at least. That's shocking. Booty with a good clearance, and Temenushkov might actually win this here. Can he? Yes, there we go. Finally, a bit of old school Temenushkov. He's got tight angle. He's not going to be able to get the shot away from here, is he? No. But he can pull it back for Kemp. What a strike. Great stop from the goalkeeper, but that's more like it. Temenushkov finally showed a bit of pace there and a bit of agility to get away from the defender, held the ball up nicely for us and showed a bit of that quality that he's got. That was better. Booty now. I've put Booty out on the left-hand side and taken Fleming off because Booty can sometimes... Oh, here we go. Temenushkov. Go on, son. Oh, and another good stop by Coulter. We've definitely improved since Booty's moved out wide left. I honestly wonder if that's just where he should play from now on because we just look better when he's in that position. Well, I mean, we're going to lose again. I would say I think we're a bit hard done. I think a draw would have been a fairer result in this one, but that's just how it goes sometimes. We are just not taking our chances anymore. We looked a lot more creative in the second half when I made a couple of switches, but Webster missed some key chances, Colchester took theirs, and it is as simple as that. We were trash again, really. Most importantly being Millwall losing and Sunderland failing to win means we are 8 points clear of Sunderland now. Still not great, but still remain 9 points clear of Millwall. So the points dropped aren't quite as of a bad effect, but we just look a little bit iffy now, and we really do need to get our act together a little bit to make sure we win this bloody league. 9 matches to go this season in the league. We need to make sure that we win this. I will be gutted if we don't end up winning this division. Anyway, if you've enjoyed this episode, and I hope you have, drop a like on the video. That'd be awesome. It's annoying you didn't actually get to see a win in a live com today. That's a rarity, I've got to say. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Of course, I stream on Twitch Tuesdays, Thursdays, and at the weekend, so go follow there as well. And obviously, we've got the second channel as well now. So that's cool. I'll see you guys soon. Thank you so much for watching. Hold your guns. Capybara. Bye-bye.